Hey everyone, EQ2 here, and today we are in the, what's this place called? The Stonebrunt Highlands. Alright, Stonebrunt Highlands. Well, here, let's just look over here. Recognize that? Alright, recognize that? That's Toxulia's Mound. And that's the Spire Island, and that's the Karen Isle, and that's that's the Eye of Dartane. And Payneal's over there somewhere. See, that's Sundered Frontier over there. Check that out. And this is Stonebrunt. So we are at the zone end. This is also the guy you need to talk to if you want to go back.
Greetings.
Bring up his little map in Sundered Frontier. So we got all these little places to go. There's a little room on this map for exploration. Let's see. We're here, and then Kill's over here somewhere, and then there's this place over here, and then there's the Deepwater Pavilion over here, and we got some shard zones and stuff. So let's get to it. All right, so the first thing we do is we run into her, and she's got a quest for you to find her backpack, I think. Backpack was taken by the Slobberjaws. Those are kobolds, of course. So let's go over here and take a look at the kobolds. What's up, kobolds? What's up? How's it going? Alright. So yeah, we got some kobolds over here. And you're going to run into some these things. Ropers. There we go. It's a little fake tree dudes, but they come with life, and they're like, "Rawr, I'm gonna eat your face," and you're like, smack, and they're like, "Oh, I am slain," and that's what happens. Twisted roper limb. All right, and then we got some more beholder dudes up there, Mandarin overseers. Although why I said more, I don't know. Yeah, they're up here. There's a cave in there. You can go in there to beat up a little ring event. It's a big one of these guys, and you get some AA off of that and some lovely loot. But not the kind that you can play. So, any prospective bards, don't go there looking for your loot, because that's not where you're going to find it. You should go to the Bards College in Solitude. And there you can learn some great local favorites, such as Ragnar the Red or the Age of Aggression. Alright, so we got this little thing here. This is, of course, one of those little griffin towers, except it's not a griffin tower. It's a little hoverboard pad.
Bright blessings.
Bright blessings. They're bright. Also, you'll notice that I turned off my my bloom effects because they were getting pretty bad the last couple nights. I was like, man, it was so bad. I was actually dead center on the screen, zoomed out, and I couldn't even see myself because the bloom effects were just so oversaturating my character. It was just like there was a yellow cloud of blur, and there was a green cloud of blur, and there was a little bit of a white blur, and it was all just on top of each other. I was like, wow. Oh, by the way, that setting I was talking about that changes your hair color, it's specular lighting. I had to fiddle around with it. There it is. Specular lighting. This is the advanced settings under lighting. If I click it, where'd it go? There it goes. See, now I got darker hair. See? But then with specular lighting, it's pink. It's hot pink. I'm like going to a rave party or something. It's pretty cool. Remember, when you're playing with your settings, remember this little button here, advanced and basic. If it says basic, you're in advanced. If it says advanced, you're in basic. So if there's something you're looking for and you're not seeing it, check that. Anyhow, where were we? Okay, this is a little village. Can't think of the name off the top of my head. Moonfield Hamlet. There we go. Thank you for the reminder. This is Moonfield Hamlet. This is probably the first little place you're going to encounter here, unless you decide to go herring off into the wilds. Here's a sexy Pokemon player. Oh, I'm sorry, this is not Pokemon, because that would be, copyright infringement. It's Chokemon. Yeah. Got to catch them all, and as far as I know, there's only 2 to catch. Let's see. We got some guards in their snazzy armor, and then we got a few NPCs in here, and there's a banker over here somewhere. Yeah, there's a banker. Banker right here. You can do a couple heritage quests up here, and one of them, well, I've already done it, so I think it's this guy. I think it's this guy. This one gives you the Grim Blade, I believe it is. What's it called? Digging in the dirt? Digging through the dirt? No, something about digging in the dirt, anyways. all these guys give quests and stuff, and it's all stuff to help with the war efforts. I suppose I should talk about the Stonebrunt Highlands and what's going on here. Okay, so up here is like the Void. All right, the Void is trying to reach in and be all like, "Hey guys, what's up?" And these guys be all like, "No, no," and so that's what happens. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna do what I did with the Moors. I'm gonna break this into 2 parts. I'm gonna try to like make a line. I'm just gonna bisect it, and this will be part 2. And then we can do this stuff down here, part 1, which is this one. Yay! So let's do that. So here we are. We got some patrols here, and there are multiple factions up here, of course. Wait, let me double check that. I know there's one other faction up here I can think of. Some of these are going to be are split between Sundered and Stonebrunt, though, so not all of these will be in Stonebrunt, and not all of the ones in Sundered will be in Sundered. Let's see, these are the guys from Payneal. Remember Payneal, the little erudite city? Well, we also got Killul up here. Here we have the Scions of the Deepwater Knights, and there we have a message, and then there, of course, we have, you know, Payneal, Cara Isle, Defenders of the Seal, etc., etc. But there's other people up here, like Disciples of the Circling Destiny. Alright, that's another group of pandas. They have a little island over, it's right there, that little island. You gotta do quests to earn their trust before they'll let you on the island, or they'll throw you bodily off. Not kidding about that, by the way, they throw you off. They're like, "Get out of here, loser, you suck." And you're like, "No, I don't, jerks," and that's kind of what happens here. Yeah, they're monks and doing all their little, like, you know, meditative stuff, and yeah. But over here we got more kobolds, and of course, like I said, there's the overseers. And if you go in here, it's a little canyon in here, and there's all this stuff. All this really is just a path back to the place where we started. So it's not exciting. This might be exciting. Let's see what it is. Behold, it is a crudely carved effigy. I can talk. I really can. I mean, I do enough of it. You'd think I'd be like a master by now, but oh well. Uh-oh, something's attacking me, and it is a beholder. Behold, the fate of all those who oppose me. Gazer meat. Alright, we got some gazer meat. Brings back memories. Oh, does that bring back memories? Of what, you may ask? Well, times I came up here looking for meat so I could do more like provisioning and stuff, and I killed lots of these guys getting it. Alright, so if we come up over here, we're going to come out to where Killul is. Quellius and Kazakh Thul, Killul. They got a little aqueduct here. Check that out. Check that out. Hey. Hey, history students, have you ever wondered what an aqueduct looks like? Well, here it is. I'm going to swim in their drinking water. Because I'm a Shadow Knight. I'm pure evil. I am pure evil. You know what Shadow Knights do? They don't go around robbing travelers or, like, you know, ripping out people's hearts and sacrificing them to the dark gods. No, they do truly evil and despicable acts. Like, they make hyper addictive video games to deprive human children of their sleep. Yeah, I learned that in my stint in the Netherworld. So yeah, so here we are, Killul. Got little pools here with the nice crystal clear water. Look at that. Doesn't that just make you thirsty? Because it makes me thirsty. Then again, I'm like pretty dehydrated right now, so that's not a surprise. But yeah, we got some guys just standing around doing nothing. Oh, I'm sorry, they're researching. Yeah, research. But that's cool, because there's all sorts of quests you can do up here. If you're working on your Innervated, you need to talk to Llama here. She's a llama chameleon. Ha ha ha. It's a little pop culture reference there, because I'm trying to be topical. Yeah, archaeologists and stuff. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna give you a cameo. Okay, so I've been talking about Carafirm a lot, and a lot of my friends and cronies and minions and guildies and whatnot, I've told them numerous times that Carafirm was in the game before what's it called, Sky Shrine went live. I was like, guys, he was there. You could talk to him. He wasn't just some concept floating around in the void. He was actually in the game. So now I'm going to introduce you. I have given them years. To agonize over where he was. Well, here he is, guys. This is Carafirm. Check out his name. Lord, Lord, Carafirm. Yeah. Now, if you zoom in close, you can totally tell it's him because, I mean, look at the eyes. The eyes kind of give it away. And it's just it's a sign of just how powerful and how inept he is. He's so powerful he can't even take a fully human form. He has to take this thing to hide the fact that he can't take a fully human form because he's such a badass. But honestly, let's just put all the cards on the table, guys. Jalad would kick this guy's ass. I mean, he would punt him like a football. He would make a field goal with Carafirm. He'd be like, hey, Gary, come here for a minute. What? Boom! Yeah. That's what would happen. You can quote me on that, because Carafirm drools and Jalad rules. But yeah, that's Carafirm right there. That's him. Now, you want a little lore about Carafirm? Well, I'll tell you a little lore about Carafirm. He's big and ugly and stupid looking, and he's prismatic, which, you know, prism, you know. He's colored. He is a fire and ice dragon spawn, as I recall. But we don't actually know who his parents are, although it is hinted and implied that Dozakar the Cursed is possibly his father, but there's no real empirical evidence. He was just, he's being punished in Sky Shrine for committing the gravest of offenses against the goddess. So it's just assumed that he's the father, but yeah, I mean, that's just speculation. It could be someone else completely. A prismatic dragon is the spawn of two dragons of opposing elements, i.e. fire and ice, or earth and air, or something like that. However, if, like, you know, fire and, well, I mean, I don't know, what's another element? Then again, Sony's interesting with their elements, like poison is an element, so it's like, so fire combined with blue raspberry slushy. Okay, those two dragons, they can have kids all they want, that's no problem. But if fire and ice, or like I said, earth and air, or that sort of thing, if they were to have kids, then bad things happen because you get one of these guys. But the question we have to ask ourselves is this guy really all that bad, or was he made that bad? You know, remember that Kildrakun changed his mind after condemning his parents to death. He changed his mind about the offspring, and instead of putting him to death as well, he raised him as his own little avenger. First as a general against the giants, and then later as a general against, well, dragonkind itself, any dragon who disagreed with the high priest. That's what Kildrakun was. He was the high priest. He was an asshole of epic proportions, and far worse than this guy, as far as I'm concerned. But anyhow, you know, who knows? Maybe he would have grown up normal if, you know, he hadn't been twisted to evil by a power-hungry, insane reptile. Don't know, but that's not important. All right, so we got all these guys over here, like, you know, they're fighting the void constantly. I mentioned the void. Well, here's the battle right here. There they are. Speak of the devil. We got void. These are void brutes. I mentioned them another video. Yeah, these are void brutes. They're attacking. These guys just sit here and tirelessly defend the city. Little history lesson. Basically, the Void contacted I can't think of his name. The High Speaker of Eredin, Elrod. And what ended up happening is Elrod betrayed the city and announced his alliance with the Void, and the Void started pouring in. The Deepwater Knights, they mounted a valiant rearguard action to give the citizens of the city time to escape, and they were almost to a man wiped out. That's why we have the signs, the Deepwater Knights, and they're still fighting the good fight, fighting the Void. So yeah, that's what happened. Is it was very, very much the prequels of Star Wars. That's what this whole little timeline here is based on, basically. Elrod is Emperor Palpatine, and his rise to power is pretty much the same. He got voted in, blah, blah, blah. Everything was great because he's so wise and wonderful. He couldn't possibly do anything bad, but then, oh yeah, he was allied with the bad guys the whole time. And then he, like I said, he opened the gates, and yeah, that was that. He undermined the city and wiped them out. But he did not count on me, because I'm awesome, and I slapped him around. But, that was then. This is now. But yeah, these are the void storms that I mentioned with the Shadow Odyssey prelude, the void incursions. Yeah, the void storms looked like these guys, the whirling maelstroms. They would just open up randomly, and you'd fight and do like cool stuff, and you could get cool stuff for doing that cool stuff. Well, now they're here because this place is where the void was most strongly anchored in Norrath, apparently. But this is a different void from the void that we've been dealing with over in the moors and other places. Excuse me, I got the hiccups bad tonight again. Over in the moors, that's the Anashti Sul void. Anashti Sul is allied with Roan Thir. Roan Thir was the Sentinel of Balance. I'm going to have to give you a little deeper history. In fact, why am I this far up? I don't need to be this far up. I need to be back this way. I want to go over to the pandas. But history lesson. Okay, so Anashti Sul, remember, she did the stuff, and then she got tossed into non-existence as punishment, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, there was another dude in there. His name's Roan Thir, and he was the avatar of the Nameless. He is the Scion of Balance. All right, he has the two swords of destiny, Enoxis and Atiok, also known as the Kinos Claymore and Soulfire. And those swords give him the power to slay gods if necessary. But he doesn't just go out on a whim and be like, you know what, Ralazek is a douche and he owes me money. I'm going to slay him. He doesn't do stuff like that. No, he does stuff like, Ralazek is threatening the balance of the universe and I need to kick his ass before things blow up. Alright, see, this is the guy right here. He's all like, halt, go no further until you speak with me. You gotta do his quest before you can go across the bridge. I mean, I can go across the bridge, but this guy would throw me back across, but they'll also be like hostile and stuff if I haven't done the quest for him. Have I done the quest for him? I think I have. But yeah, they got all these monks and they'll give you quests. Some of them are just on this island. It's not very much, not a lot of space here. It's kind of laziness on their part. I can't find my fishing pole. It's next to the bamboo shoots. Oh god, there's just so many to search. I think I'll hire an outsider. But yeah, anyhow. Oh, more gazers over here. We're also going to run in, well, that's going to be in part 2. So let's just fly over this way. So anyways, as I was saying, Roan Thir, he was the Sentinel of the Balance. Notice the expansion was called Sentinel's Fate. Well, it turns out he was cast in the void too. The gods banded together because the gods, well, they're assholes too. And they didn't like having to balance themselves. They didn't like having to limit themselves to protect the universe because they're selfish assholes. And so like when war wants to go ham on war, that's what he does. And so they got together and they threw Roan Thir into the void after stripping him of his swords, although several gods were killed in the process. One such god was, I can't think of her name, but she was the goddess of magic. It starts with a Z. Had a Chinese sounding name to it, so it's probably like Joe something. Z, or wait, was it Z-H-O-U? Or was it Z-O-U? I don't remember, but well, if it was Z-H-O-U, then it was Joe something. If it was Z-O-U, then I have no idea how it was pronounced. I don't speak Chinese. Although I did have a Chinese teacher back in college, so I picked up some of the pronunciation. But anyhow, so yeah, you got Roan Thir in there, and he wants to come back because he's the Sentinel Balance and he needs to do stuff. And then you got Anashti Sul, and they formed an alliance. The alliance was, let's get the hell out of here. But then she kind of betrayed him and went back first. Although she didn't really go back, we kind of kicked her back in. We just like punted her back through the void into Norrath, and she ditched his ass. And so now the gameplay wise, there was a time when the avatars withdrew from the world. They didn't spawn out there for you to kick their asses anymore, and it coincided with Sentinel's Fate because they were terrified that Roan Thir was going to come charging out of the void, pick up his swords, and just go ham on their asses. Alright, that's how badass the gods are. They were cowering under the bed because there's a monster in the closet, and well, it just so happened that they punched him in the nuts back in elementary school, and they remembered that. So yeah, that's Roan Thir. He comes back, and something bad happens. I'm not going to go too spoilerage, but I'll give you a hint. It has something to do with Carafern being an asshole. So yeah. Oh, one last place I want to check out. Last place for this part of the Stonebrunt Highlands. If you do the timeline quest, all the signatures and whatnot, you can actually find Roan Thir wandering around down there. don't think he's there anymore, though. He's only there for a certain quest update, and I believe after you get that update, he's gone the next time you come back, which is a shame because I'd love to show him to you. Well, I'll keep that in mind for part 2, which I'll probably be filming very soon. See, I'm waiting for someone to log on because we've been playing the last couple of days and things have been cool and stuff, but she has this terrible tendency of whining and complaining and moaning about, you know, I don't want to play as late, so maybe you could log on earlier. But you'll see that yeah, who's not logging on earlier? Yeah, exactly. So it's, yeah, one of those. Anyhow, you go through this cave here, you can find the ruins of the old Kejekian village. Remember the Kejik over on the Kara Isle? There's the queen, and then there's also the chief of the Kejik. Yeah, they are refugees from up there. That's their old village. You can also find, well, hey, there's Shali. See, they've got a little encampment over here, and they're asking you to help them clear the area so pilgrims can, you know, get here safely and go up there safely and do stuff safely. Not a lot to see over here. I mean, we got ghosts, vanquished Kejekan rebels, and then we got there's some names over there. You'll also be fighting the void with some explosives over in the corner. Not kidding, by the way. You actually have a quest to go blow up some stuff. That's pretty cool. So yeah, this is pretty much it for now. There's a lot of open space. There are a lot of quests, but they're packed into little hubs. There's like a little hub up here. There's, you know, the Moonfield Hamlet. There's these guys right here. There's Kelul itself, and then there's also some dudes up over here. There's the Deepwater Pavilion itself, which is, well, that one place is really cool. And then there's the ruins of Arid itself, which is right up there. And all sorts of cool stuff here. So next time, we're going to be going up into northern reaches. We're also going to check this place out. Remember the Eye of Dartane? Well, this is like kind of the corresponding piece. It's another observatory, only this one is spying on Payneal. That one was spying on the Void. So here you go. So see you next time, and thanks for watching. Laters.